Hey guys, this is Dave from BreakoutBuzz. Today this is my second and last video. I'm going to explain to you a trade that I took overnight, and this is going to be a great lesson for everyone who thinks that an overnight trade will always work out if the stock shows some strength. So what happened here, as you may remember, I made quite some money yesterday with NSPH, and in this particular example, what happened was, let me show you, let me zoom in a little bit on the slide, that pretty much yesterday at the end of the day, I realized that there was a price level that the stock was able to keep up, which was about 294, 295 throughout the end of the day. So pretty much I decided to buy the stock at around 304, considering that my risk was about 10 cents. And my potential rewards, as you can see, went all the way up to like 360, 365. That said, you sometimes need to see why the stock was spiking and what's the news behind it. And there was some significant news behind NSPH, and I will show you what it was. So we're just going to go to Yahoo Finance, and I'm going to show you how to find stocks with news, and I'm going to show you what to look for. Okay, so as I said, the stock was NSPH, Nanosphere. So you just go NSPH, you try to see what made the stock run yesterday, and I'm going to show you right here. Here are the headlines, and the headlines from yesterday, 8th of September, are pretty much Nanosphere stock soars after FDA clearance for flexible respiratory pathogens test. Now you don't really have to know. You don't really have to know what that means. You don't need to be a doctor for that. But all you need to do, and all you need to know, is that once the FDA clears a drug, then it tends to spike up big time. So that's a great opportunity. And for that reason, I decided to trade it. And what happened was pretty much that I bought at 304, and given the current market conditions, the stock just didn't do what I anticipated, and it broke through the previous levels of 295, and it even broke through, as you can see, all day different levels of price action, and that made the stock pretty much plunge. Now the only reason why I kept this stock so long is because they had great news on it, and because my position was super small. I only bought 180 shares, so I figured I might try to play it for a bounce. So my thinking here was the following. As you can see, we're going to go on a 10-day range. And on a 10-day range, you can see that this line represents pretty much the support for this stock for an extensive amount of time, which is about 263, 262. And I figured, okay, well, why not just wait until the stock hits that level, closes the gap, and then bounces back because it has amazing news on it. Now that was my plan. However, it did not work out that way. So the moment it broke through that particular level, I sold it, because no matter how good the news are, no matter how much you think of this stock or how much you think that this might spike, sometimes it just doesn't go your way, and all you got to do is just follow your number one rule, is that cut your losses. So two learnings here. Obviously today I'm already smarter than I was yesterday, so I should have cut losses at 295. However, if you're willing to take a risk, and if you're playing with a small position that won't affect you, then all you got to do is just set a realistic exit strategy, and then whenever that particular line that you set for yourself, particular price level, is broken through, then you just sell the stock. So that said, I'll keep this on my watch list because the news are still great, and I'm expecting this stock to come back up in the short term. However, right now I sold it because even though I had a very small position, no one likes to be in losses. So let's move on to the next one. That's all from me for today. 2 losses, but that doesn't mean anything. As you know, you can never be too emotional about a loss or a win. All you gotta do is just look for the next opportunity. So that's exactly what we're gonna do tomorrow. Thank you for listening.